I know Jamie.
What's your?
Me and Jamie shared a manager, Brion.
Shout out Brion. Yes.
Yeah, somebody please put him on a milk cart. No one's seen him since Jamie went into the hospital. I hope Brion's okay.
Jaguar Wright is out here causing a storm again, and this time she's setting her sights on none other than Jamie Foxx. If you thought the drama was over, think again, because Jaguar is spilling some seriously hot tea that has the entire internet on fire. She's throwing around some wild claims, including accusations about Jamie's manager, Brion, who, according to her, has mysteriously vanished ever since Jamie was rushed to the hospital. And we're not talking about the usual out of the office kind of disappearing. Brion has apparently just vanished off the radar, and Jaguar's not having it. She's even joking about putting his face on a milk carton to try and find him. The question everyone is asking, did something happen to Brion? Is his disappearance somehow connected to Jamie's recent health scare? It's got people wondering, and Jaguar is more than happy to keep the mystery alive. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Jaguar isn't just concerned about Brion, she's got more juicy details to share about Jamie's personal life, and let me tell you, it's enough to make you drop your drink. According to her, Jamie has a thing for transgender women, and she claims he even hosts some pretty bizarre guessing game parties. Yeah, you read that right, guessing games. Apparently, at these parties, people get all dressed up and mingle with each other, and the twist is you have to guess whether your partner is cisgender or transgender. This isn't your regular Hollywood party, and Jaguar is laying it all out there. She's making it clear that these aren't just random rumors. This is allegedly happening at Jamie's house, and if what she says is true, it could change the way we view Jamie and his circle.
Where you might have been with them in person, whether through you.
Okay.
And let's just start with who you're just talking about.
Like a lightweight lie detector. Come on.
Like a lightweight lie detector. We just had Raekwon in here, the chef. You mentioned Wu-Tang.
Yes.
Have you been in rooms with Wu-Tang and when and where?
Of course I have.
Please, go ahead.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yes, it's good.
I've been in hotel rooms with them. I've been on tour buses with them. I've been backstage with them. I was there. I used to date the 60-second assassin. Yeah. That was my boyfriend. I was 19 and he's about 52.
Why they call him a 60-second assassin?
I don't know. It was literal. You know, kind of like C Murder. You know,
like.
Kind of relevant.
Kind of like.
I'm just saying, you got to listen to a name.
Right.
Okay.
Black Thought.
Okay. So, all right, let's keep going.
Buying prostitutes for 13-year-old boys is a little on the dark side. You know, especially when the prostitute was an adult. Shame on you, Tariq.
Okay. Okay. Well, all right.
You should have warned Jill. You should have told Jill to leave that alone. Or maybe you ain't leaving her alone. Y'all still fucking.
Jill was in part one. But
yeah. Shout out to that bitch. Anyway.
Free.
Yeah. I do know Free.
When, how, where, what rooms? Just friends?
From back in the day. I mean, BET events. She hosted events that I was at. We were New York girls together. I was a Philly girl, but for real, I spent more time in New York than I did at home. In the height of my career, I was always in Manhattan. We were always, we were friends. I remember the last night we got to hang out. It was me, her, Belial, and El DeBarge. And she, she was the MC and she hosted us that night. And we had a great time. Yeah.
And y'all know you have mentioned why people don't mention Free enough, but we will bring Free back.
We will bring Free back. Her.
Yeah, we will.
Out here.
We will bring her back. If AJ has a chance, Free has even more chance.
AJ got a chance because Freeze was stolen. I wish I could talk more about it. But the simple fact that she's not in broadcasting and her child is now grown, it's unfair. And that's when I kind of got to lean into the Angie Martinez's. Because she is a female in broadcasting, a woman of color. she's also an artist. And happiest I ever saw her was with Nokia. And I don't think anyone ever really understood why they broke up. But Nokia did go to Diddy parties. Nokia did go to Diddy parties.
I know you spoke on this one, but I just wanted to see if you could go just a little more deeper with this person that you've been around. Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Can you tell us anything? Anything else? Another story with him?
I mean, it was 9 months. It was fast, it was furious, it was amazing. I learned a lot. I loved writing songs with him. I didn't really get a chance to cook that much. We were always on the move. Like, his schedule was really crazy. So when I was with him at the house, I was working with him. And Cat's always working.
Jamie Foxx.
What about Jamie?
You've been in rooms.
I know Jamie.
What's your?
Me and Jamie shared a manager, Brion.
Shout out Brion. Yes.
Yeah, somebody please put him on a milk cart. No one's seen him since Jamie went into the hospital. I hope Brion's okay. Hope he didn't have a stroke.
Does the Claudia Jordan thing stem from that?
No, not really. That's more about the transgender assistants that were constantly engaged to come and party with Jamie because everyone knows he likes transgender women. He went after my Gigi. Want to know when we met all up together? When they met my Gigi?
Go ahead.
At a party at Park. It was the second inauguration for the Obamas, and I was there as a guest at the party, like I was at the first inauguration. And I brought Gigi with me, and Jamie had his eye on her. And Brion asked me if it was cool. And I said, everybody here is grown. Gigi was quite catnip. I mean, if you look at her, she's amazing. But I never let her fake it. I never let her pretend to be a woman. But I always insisted that she behaved like one. The transgender girls that I took care of and I looked after who were in the business or worked with the business or clients held in the business, I always demanded that they think highly of themselves. They had keys to my house, so on the nights where they couldn't go home and they didn't trick enough money, they didn't have to keep tricking, Come to the house. Food will be on the stove. Don't die tonight. Because a lot of them end up in dumpsters. So yeah, Jamie done a lot. The naked basketball games that he hosted. I mean, everybody knew. And there's no point in me hiding it now because his fate has been sealed, whatever it may be. But everybody knew if you went to a party at Jamie's house that at midnight, the witching hour began. And basically he would have a party and everybody would be in there. But at 12 o'clock, the women would start to take off their clothes and you would have to guess if you were with a cisgender woman or a transgender woman. So some of these dudes, they already been making out with these chicks, they already been doing all kinds of stuff. And then the clothes come off and you figure out whether or not you got a chick or a chick with a dick. That was a standard. Or the night that another male R&B artist that I know, and I've already spoke about this, I'm not gonna put you out there, but you know exactly who you are. You know you was there underneath that piano sucking Jamie's dick while he was playing fucking Mozart. And he taped it and I saw it. Now I've already spoke about this on another channel and I'm not gonna say your name this time because you didn't sue me. So we already know what it is. But what I will say is this. Tonka trucks are Tonka trucks, not tanks. You got played with. And that's just what it is.
Kelly Rowland.
I mean, I only seen the sex tape. And I seen her backstage at a couple of shows, but I mean, nobody ever paid attention to any of them. I just seen the sex tape. What?
Stevie J.
What about him? Of course I have.
In what capacity?
I mean,
I used to see him at Daddy's house. I used to see him when he would come through Mecca. And he was always too loud, too boisterous, too much. The most time I would say bumping into him was when he was with Evelyn. And he would come to Philly, but he had a baby mom in Philly too. Like, he's a dirtbag. Like, I never tried to spend time with him. Chucky Thompson was my friend. Okay? Easy Mo B was our hip hop god, who later on in life became a friend, and I call him brother now. But Stevie J, he's just a little pimp. And he got all of the projects because he would do whatever, Diddy wanted him to.
But it doesn't stop there. Jaguar goes on to talk about a specific event, President Obama's second inauguration party, and how Jamie allegedly had his eye on a transgender woman named Gigi. She claims that Jamie couldn't take his eyes off her, and Brion even had to ask permission to approach her. Jaguar claims she was the one who gave the green light, saying that everybody here is grown. It's an interesting claim, and if true, it paints a picture of Jamie that's very different from his public persona. He's always been known as the smooth, charming, fun-loving guy we see on screen, but these revelations suggest there's a side to him that most people don't know about. If these stories are accurate, Jamie's personal life is a lot more colorful than anyone could have imagined. And then we come to the most shocking part of the entire situation. Jaguar claims she's seen a tape of Jamie playing Mozart on the piano while an unnamed male R&B singer was involved in some very intimate activities under the piano. She says she was there and she saw it all. She's so bold about it, even saying, you were under that piano doing what you were doing while Jamie played Mozart. And yes, it was taped and I saw it. If such a tape exists, it would be a scandal of the highest order. Not only would it shatter Jamie's reputation, but it would also put the R&B singer involved in a very difficult position. The tape would expose something very different from what people think about Jamie and his career. We're talking about a major Hollywood star whose career could face serious consequences if this footage ever made its way to the public. It's hard to imagine how Jamie would recover from something like this, especially if it's true. Jaguar's not just stopping with Jamie though. She's hinting at a much bigger web of secrets involving other male R&B stars who allegedly have similar skeletons in their closets. She's suggesting that there is a whole underground world in Hollywood where things go down behind closed doors, and she's not afraid to expose it. She's ready to shine a light on the parts of the industry that most people don't want to talk about, right, Datu? With her previous track record of spilling the truth, it's hard to dismiss everything she says. If Jaguar's right, we're talking about a whole network of shady behavior that could upend everything we know about these artists and their relationships. Hollywood's dirty laundry is starting to look a lot messier than anyone anticipated. Naturally, the internet has exploded in response. Some fans are in disbelief, while others are eating up every word of Jaguar's accusations. People are divided. Some are defending Jamie, calling Jaguar a clout chaser or someone trying to stir up drama for attention, while others are speculating that this could be the truth coming to light. The comment section has become a battlefield, with everyone weighing in on whether Jamie's private life is as wild as Jaguar's painting it, or if she's just looking to make a name for herself by taking down a Hollywood star. There are even references to older rumors about Jamie's sexuality and other incidents that people are now re-examining in a new light.